What do you think we should do? It's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I just did some maintenance, so take it for a little test flight. Maybe we'll go do some flips and rolls. What do you think? Let me know what you want to see. Let's give this bad boy a run. And, all right, guys, let's rock and roll. Step one is the old headsets, seat belts. Not much traffic today because it's a holiday, so maybe we'll be able to do a fun takeoff. It's called a performance takeoff. We're gonna go ripping down the runway, stay low, pick up our airspeed, and then try to pull straight up. All right, seatbelt's good, ready to go. Here we go.
Check, check, welcome aboard. We are running. All right, step one, put the flaps up. RVs travel with the flaps down, most anyway, because it's easier to step up on the wing. Step number two is to get the weather.
Clear, temperature 26, dew point 18, altimeter 299.4. Visual approaches in use, landing and departing runway 28. On initial contact, advise you have information, Yankee. Lakeland Tower, information Yankee, time 2050, Zulu observation. Wind 230 at 6, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature.
All right, 230 at 6 knots, really light winds. That's why I wanted to do a little bit of fun today. And 299.4 on the barometer, and that is set there. Set it here. 299.4, set there. Heading will head out to the south today. Altitude will go to 4,500, where we can be a little crazy, and if it gets too crazy, we have plenty of room to recover. So we got our instruments all set up. We got our weather called. Let's call ground and let them know what we're doing. Keep everything on here, just even on a short flight like this. I like to have everything I need just in case there's a problem. I'm always prepared. Let's give them a buzz. Lakeland ground, experimental 488, Charlie Mike. T hangars below you. I have Yankee. I'd like to taxi out for a departure to the south.
Tower 488, Charlie Mike, Lakeland ground, runway 28, taxi via Golf Alpha. Cross runway 23, and if you prefer, you can have an intersection.
A firm, we'll head for 28 using Golf Alpha across 23. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
All right, familiar voice up there. I like him, he's one of the better ones. We'll taxi out to 28.
This is your captain speaking. We've had a small editing glitch. So enjoy all the junk injected here for a few seconds to get back on track without having to re-edit everything. Enjoy the flight.
Okay, so we did our run up. As I'm taxiing, I always run cigars a few times, so I'm checking my controls are free and correct, which I can continue to see they are, but I did them down the runway. I'm checking my brakes and my rudder as I cruise along.
Velo 237, Lakeland Tower, runway 28, cleared to land.
Set all my instruments to the altitude I want, the direction I want. Make sure everything's same as the compass. That's our controls, instruments. I include canopy in there, so I've shut and locked the canopy, instruments. Gas, we're on the fullest tank. We have 6 and 7 gallons, so they're both equal, it doesn't matter. Plenty of fuel to do what we're doing today. We're just going to go up for a half hour. So that's our gas, and then our mixture's all the way in. Fuel boost pump coming on. Attitude, I already fixed that, so I just want to trim it level. So we're trimmed, ready to go. R is for run up. I've done the run up. When everything is good, everything's in the green, we are ready to go. Seat belts, we'll call tower. Lakeland Tower, experimental 488, Charlie Mike at 28, ready to go.
Yeah, 488, Charlie Mike, Lakeland Tower, runway 28, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
28, clear for takeoff. Can we turn out early?
All right, Charlie Mike, clear.
All right, 28, turning out early. 8 Charlie Mike. All right, guys, here we go. Whoops. All right, guys, here we go. Flaps are up. Just confirm everything. We're good to go. Taxi up to the center line. Slowly introduce power. We're going to rotate at 65 knots. Like I said, we're going to stay low. We're going to stay low. We'll stay low and then pull up hard. There's 65 knots already. So all you do is get the nose wheel off the ground. I have it trimmed a little bit down to make it easier to stay low to the runway. We're at 100 knots. We want to get to about 130 knots and we'll pull out. There's 150.
237, low altitude alert, check your altitude immediately. Lakeland altimeter is 299.4.
It's 125 knots, 130 knots, 135
237, do you copy?
994, we're beach hosting.
All right. That's pretty good. Straight up, pretty sideways. Everything's in the green. Have my seatbelts on really tight today. Everything's in the green, we're looking good. Fuel boost pump coming off. Try to trim it level now. Now I'm just going to start leveling out the airplane. I like to try to get it fly hands-free. Because when we're going to do some rolls or loops or whatever we're going to do here, we want to make sure that the airplane is neutral. I like it neutral. The more neutral it is, the easier it is to return the stick to neutral. It's 150 knots, let's pull straight up. Climbing over 3,000 feet a minute there. Went up to 2,500 that quickly. We'll make some turns here. Steep turn to the right, steep turn to the left. When you're this steep, you got to pull on the stick. Keeps you level. We're still at altitude. Well, this is great. There's no traffic today. Somebody was coming in right when we were leaving. Let's get back on a south heading. He likes south till we exit the airspace. Not too many crazy maneuvers in the airspace. We're gone from them now. It probably releases, but I don't know if he'll say anything or not.
Lakeland Tower, November 5253 Tango, ready for takeoff.
5253 Tango, Lake Tower, hold short, runway 28, traffic short final.
Hold short 28, 5253 Tango.
Alright, so the only thing I'm going to do here, put this knee board around my leg so it doesn't go flying around the cockpit. Secure the pen. Everything else in the cockpit is secure. Some of my boats.
Hello, 237, turn right when able, taxi parking via Alpha and Juliet.
See, I'm
You're turning right,
not neutral.
Yes, Aviation 237.
Doing its own thing. Alright, now I'm going to switch to the fullest tank after taking off and get prepared. No traffic around. Do a little test roll.
Remember, 5253 Tango, turn left on course, runway 28 cleared for takeoff.
Alright, 28 clear for takeoff, left on course, 5253 Tango.
There's one roll. Everything's still in the green. Looking good on everything. Pretty neutral. Going to lean out a touch, which you'll hear speeds up the engine, so I'm going to slow it down again. Steep turn to the left. Going due east, so a nice turn there. Still at our altitude. Steep turn to the right. Gotta really hang on. It's 2.8 G's there. So this one will be a steep turn, but off to the side. So I'm going to pick up a little airspeed. We'll do it to the right. Get our airspeed going. And pull straight up. You can almost go inverted here. Gotta really hit the right rudder to get the nose going back down. Once the nose is going back down, you feel that airspeed will go the other way. Pull up this way. Wow. There's 3 G's. Again, you can almost go inverted. And then back down. Once you get your bearings, straight up into a roll. You just don't want to do too many maneuvers that are side by side without understanding where you are in space and what you're doing with the stick.
Avero 237, we passed Juliet. Is it possible to continue via Bravo to
Alright, let's climb.
Kilo?
237, taxi, Bravo Kilo.
Bravo Kilo, thank you for help. What is it?
I'll go up to our 45 altitude. Getting a little slow there, 100. Be fun, talk about this a little bit. This would be potentially a stall called a power on stall, where we have power on but we're pulling the stick. No flaps. This would stall at 59. I'm still, as you can see, pretty high up. I can't even see over the nose, but now I'm close to 80. At 80 it gets real mushy. When you feel it start to flutter, you just let the nose fall like that. There you go. Get that wing flying again. We're almost at 4,500.
Avero 237, thank you for help.
See how much we sunk there?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Because we were slow and turned. It'll fall out of the sky a lot easier. Get back to neutral here. Alright, I want to go up to my 4,500. Here's 45, let's level off. Alright. How's it going? Do you like the rolls? Could surprise you. You never know when they're going to happen. You just go straight up and over. At this altitude, we can do a little bit of a higher, higher turn to the left. We don't have much airspeed right here, so I'm gonna just let the nose come down. I like these RPMs. Basically, I'm starting out at under 2,400. So when I dive, I don't wind out the prop too much. We're headed pretty much to the south. There's 160 knots, so I like to turn the stick first and then pull. Oh, it's over 3 G's right there. You can see my cheeks fall. Again, you can go inverted here if you want. We're almost inverted. Just got to hit that left rudder so the nose comes down. And rebuild that airspeed and then turn it to the right and pull. Again, if you want, you can kind of go upside down. And once the nose recovers, come back to level. Pull out, we're exactly at 4,500 feet. odd, I reconnected the mic. I wasn't sure I had it on noise canceling. It's on noise canceling now, and I reset everything, so we'll see which one works. Sometimes I've been having trouble with the microphone, so let's give it a go again. See what works. We still have 12 gallons of fuel, so we're plenty good on the fuel. All of our temperatures are looking really good. We're still at 4,500 feet. Just start with some steep turns. We'll level off.
Lakeland Tower, good afternoon. Here, helicopter Air 5, about 6 miles to the northeast. Request inbound to an area about a mile and a half northeast.
Again, we're between 2,400 and 25, which is where I like to be. Really good airspeed, safe airspeed, even in steep turns. So we will turn one too sharp to the right. And then pull. Want to look out the window and watch that horizon. Actually climbed a hair there, but we came out exactly west. So let's try it the other way. Get our airspeed back this way. These are easier for me. Back to the south. Still 2,400. Let's do a roll. Up. Over. It's a pretty speedy one. If you want, you can do slower rolls, which are also fun. And on the slower roll, it's just got to go up a little steeper. So we have our airspeed back. That's looking good. So we'll go up a little steeper and then slow roll all the way around. A little more pull out. The other one you can do is a 4-point where you turn sideways, upside down, and then sideways again. We'll give that a whirl. Airspeed's looking good. RPM's looking good. Up. Quarter. Upside down. Quarter. All the way around. All right, guys. A little fun here. I don't know if you heard that, but we just lost our engine. Emergency situation. No power. Everyone worries about this in an airplane. The key is find out what you're going to do. There's an airport within gliding distance for me, but it's a lot harder than you think to hit that airport. So what we're going to do is circle above the airport. 22.9 is their radio. Watch Chula traffic, white RV, simulated engine out. We're just above the airport, we use left traffic. Okay, in this particular airplane, your best situation is 80 knots. You don't want to get too far away from your emergency landing place. The other thing you want to do is don't overshoot, and obviously don't undershoot. 1, don't overshoot. 2, don't undershoot. 3, do not stall the aircraft going in. You'd rather hit something. You're better off hitting something. You're better off hitting something at 80 knots than stalling a wing and then the nose goes down.
Yeah, I'll just warm it up. That's rough roll. And when you get up, I'll jump on you if you want.
I've practiced this before. It's important that you do practice this because you can get too far away from your landing place, or you can be too high. And if you're too high, you're going to overshoot. If you overshoot, You're going to go through your landing space. You're going to go through your landing space and have just as much problem. I'm running a quick landing check because obviously I'm going to power back up. So the landing check is gumps, gas, undercarriage, mixture props. I have my fuel boost pump on in case I need it. Mixture's all the way back in case when we power up we want it. So what I was saying is I practiced this before. So I know that I want to be about 1.6 miles from the runway.
And then when it's to John's house.
I want to be 1.6 miles from the runway at about 12 to 1,400 feet. So I'm a little high here, so what I'm going to do is do some S-turns. I'm at 80
I think we're just
knots.
going to say hi to John.
I'm at 80 knots.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
So we have no engine power here. And again, this could be a very bad situation if you're not used to it. I recommend that people practice this often because it is not easy to hit the numbers that you need to hit. Because again, if you undershoot and go into the trees, that's not good. And if you overshoot, you're going to go off the end of the either runway or you're going to go off the end of the runway or go off the end of the runway and hit trees and stuff anyway. Okay, so here we are, we're coming down. Now we're in perfect position. I'm at 79 knots, so I'm a little bit fast. But I'm easily going to make the numbers. I'm at 75 knots over the numbers. No power, no power. Hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. And there we are. Smooth as can be. Now we got flaps coming up. Back up in the air. Bring all our flaps out. It's good to practice the go-arounds as well. And we climb out. There we go. Perfectly safe. Power off landing. Fuel boost pump coming off. All our instruments are looking good. Temperatures are all fine. It's actually pretty cool because I didn't have the engine on that whole time, so the engine's really cool. Back to 1,000 feet, so I'll trim the nose down. Safe altitude. Alright, maybe one or two more steep turns and rolls, but that's about it. We'll go back to Lakeland and head back home to do the old Thanksgiving thing. Again, always trim to let the airplane fly. Climbing out reasonably good, about 1,000 feet a minute, but it's all trimmed to do so. And it's trimmed level, so the wings are level and the pitch is correct. Climbing straight out. We'll go back to a further distance. Watch the traffic. White RV straight out. Last call, guys. Happy Thanksgiving if anybody's around.
Same to you, man.
Alright, there is somebody.
Hey, white IV that just took off from Winchell, do the favors, to the wind favor 36 or 18 right now.
I wasn't real sure. I did an engine out, so I selected the north runway and it seemed perfectly fine to me.
Sounds good, thanks for your help, have a good one.
They were 230 at 6 out of Lakeland, so it's probably slightly across, but it's so light it doesn't matter.
Makes sense, thank you.
Okay guys, Just helping out another.
DC Austin, back inside. 8 Charlie, Mike DC Austin site. This is 8 Mike Echo.
I have you in sight. Want to see a roll? We'll roll over if you can see us.
Sadly, I don't see you.
Off to your left, maybe 10 o'clock. Now you're 9 o'clock.
Yep, you inside. Have a good day, man.
Gave him a little show for Thanksgiving, right? Alright guys, getting back to the safe altitude here. I don't know why he was looking for us. We were quite a ways away, and I had him in sight the whole time, had him on radar. Okay, let's check everything. Trim our nose down slightly. Steep turns. Make sure nobody's underneath us.
Control the traffic, Cessna 8738 Mike
Golf
Echo,
course
straight in, runway
underneath
18,
us.
6 miles out, wind to the left.
3-4. This time we'll roll to the left. We haven't done it to the left yet. We keep going to the right. A little more tricky for me because my hand tends to pull, but it is what it is. Here we go. Everything's neutral. Straight up. To the left. And that was pretty good. How many G's there? Only about 1. Easy peasy. Back to the right. 1 to the right. Let's do a slower one now. See the difference between the fast and the slow. There's the right airspeed. Still holding our altitude. Gonna go higher up so we can roll slower. So we'll go way straight up and then real slow around the top. Well, slow, slow, slow. A little more pull coming out. .140 knots, 2450 again. We'll do a steep turn to the right, clear right. Turn the aileron first and pull that 3 G's there out to the east. Hold our altitude, 1 to the left. And I got to pull hard. Fun. And again, if you remember where the stick is, go straight into rolls. Just got to know your situational awareness and don't get too crazy.
Willis traffic, Yellow Military Champ 3 to the east will be overflying the field. Let down for 3-0.
Get rid of him. Everything's still in the green. Okay, on this one we'll go up and over. Get some airspeed going down. There's 50, 55, 60. Again, I turn the wing first and then pull straight up. 3.5 G's right there. You can see my face fall down. Again, you can go inverted here if you want. Just got to hit that right rudder. The nose coming back down. Level off. There's 45, 48, 50. We'll go the other way. Okay. 3.1 G's on that one. And again, you can get pretty crazy and inverted here. Straight out. And again, if you know where that stick is, straight up into a roll. All right. That's enough. Probably feeling sick. Let's throw up all the turkey. An airplane somewhere above us, but I don't see him. All right, we'll get my view on this one. Kind of shaking a wee bit because it's touching the glass. See if we can keep it away from the glass. All right, we're almost back to our airspace, so still plenty of fuel, 7 gallons. 2450 on the RPM. We'll see what it looks like out here. Guess we'll leave it right there. Looks kind of wobbly, but we'll see how it goes. Still at a safe altitude. Somebody way over there, but he's more than 5 miles away. So here we go on a roll to the left, up, over. Wow, hit my own wake or something there. That was kind of wild. All right, 2450. Temperatures are looking good. Airspeed's looking good. We'll do a slower one. So on the slower one, you just got to go steeper up. You won't see any ground. Very slow over the top. We'll actually stop inverted, come around. Try one more steep turn to the left. Get our airspeed up. Turn where you can see that ground over there, sideways. Pull up. And then nose over. Come back out. Level out the earth. You can see the earth in the distance there. Their airspeed again. Turn that earth sideways and pull up. Again, almost lost all the dirt there, but just you can almost go upside down here. See how we're almost upside down? You can do whatever you want. Back toward the airport here. And if you can see out in the distance there, that is Lakeland. So we'll head back. We'll see you at the landing. All right, we got our clearance to make our landing. We're going to go straight to the base, so we don't need to fly a pattern or downwind or anything. Step one is to run a gumps check. So gas, fullest tank, mixture all the way in, fuel boost pump coming on. Slow the airplane down. We're at 1,700 feet, already in the base. So we can start our descent. We're 142 knots, so we're still going 160, 70 miles an hour. You can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I don't do very well in math. I fly everything by knots, not miles per hour. Trim the nose up. Again, you want to be hands-free. You're going to see the landing on the inside on this one. Okay, we're still 1,600 feet, so chop the power. I was keeping my airspeed up because there's somebody behind me. Somebody behind me, so I'm being respectful to him. Kept my airspeed up. There's 100 knots. 100 knots. We are looking absolutely perfect. We're at 1,400 feet. Again, I can trim a little bit now and just let the airplane fly. Flying by itself. Here's where everybody gets killed. That's why we practice that. Is you don't want to get slow here. And when I turn left, you don't actually step on the left rudder because the left ring's already slow in the left turn. If you step on the left rudder, you create a skid. Slow the wing down more, stall, spin into the ground. Stupid. Why people do it still to this day, I have no idea. But still 2 a month do it, don't do it. Don't pull the stick, and don't step on the right rudder. So I'm just letting the stick relax. I can make this turn. I got plenty of airspeed, but I just let the plane turn. I don't step on the inside rudder, and I don't pull the stick. Leave the nose down. If you're too fast, power out. All right, now that we're level, I start going more flaps. We're at 82 knots. We are absolutely in perfect position right here. I'm pretty much power out, but I have all 4 white lights on the left, which means we're high still, but I'm sinking at 700 feet. So I'm actually going to power up and rescue the sink rate. This airplane seems to like 1,300. I'm at 75 knots. When I'm straight and level, I don't mind getting down to about 70 knots. I see 1 red light now, so I'm perfectly on glide slope. 1 finger on the stick is all. I'm going to make the runway, so now I power off, let her come down, get my feet ready, start dancing on the rudders, and then I just hold it, hold it, hold it. Look way down the runway and hold it off. Way down the runway, hold it off. Way down the runway. Hold the nose off, hold the nose off. RV is good to hold that nose off. Perfect landing. Look at that. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
All right. That's all she wrote. Easy peasy. We can push her around like that. It only weighs, I don't know, 1,100 pounds. 1,100 pounds empty. We could fly up to 1,650 to do those aerobatics. But super fun flight. And again, anything y'all want to see, just let me know.
Left.